afternoon. Thank you for coming out to this event that we have. I would like to introduce you to Bill Dworkin, who is president of the North Carolina Alliance for Retired Americans.
Thank you, Judy. Judy's treasurer of our alliance, and I want to thank our supporters for coming out today. We'll be hearing from some of them in a little while. We're here today to talk about the importance of Social Security and maintaining and protecting it into the future years. We have the Alliance for Retired Americans, 4.5 million member group. We have chapters in 35 states, and we have 47,000 members in North Carolina. We believe that Social Security is the linchpin of a solid retirement, and we believe that Social Security has to be protected. We believe it should actually be expanded, and that there should be no diminution of the benefit. And of course, we need a consumer price index that is built on how seniors actually spend their money, what's called a CPE. But our Senator, Richard Burr, has not agreed with us to date. That's why today we're here to launch a campaign to educate Senator Burr about the benefits of Social Security for everyone in North Carolina and demand that he sign the pledge that he has received at his office and publicly agree to protect Social Security for the millions of current and future Carolinians. It's pretty simple. Establishing private accounts for some or all future retirees is privatization. And privatizing Social Security, even for just a small number of workers, will wind up weakening it for us all. The notion of a defined pension benefit has practically disappeared in our country. So, people have 401ks based on the stock market, speculative at best. And so we can't have a Social Security system that is also based on the stock market. Imagine had President George Bush gotten his way to privatize Social Security. What would have happened to our retirement benefits in 2008 and 2009 when the market completely crashed? In fact, Senator Burr has been very clear about his desire to shift guaranteed earned Social Security benefits to risky 401k type accounts. In 2005, Senator Burr supported and voted for the Bush privatization plan. Bush's Social Security reforms were the first step in a full privatization of the entire Social Security system, as I mentioned. In 2010, Senator Burr said that he supported incentives for people to set aside money for private accounts. Join the group. In March 2015, Senator Burr voted against the bill that would have made it more difficult to privatize Social Security. Senator Burr clearly is on the wrong side of this issue. Retirees have seen too many boom and busts over the years, and the suffering of too many of our friends and family members who are still seeing the effects of the 2008 financial crisis. Simply put, replacing a guaranteed Social Security benefit with risk-based accounts is a risk we are not willing to take. Our members believe, and we want Senator Burr to understand, that Social Security needs to be strengthened and expanded, not cut. The typical benefit received by a retired worker in North Carolina is just over $15,000 a year. That was in 2015. That's even less than the minimum wage and not enough to keep up with the rising cost of food and housing, much less the skyrocketing cost of prescription drugs. In the coming weeks, we're going to be working throughout North Carolina to educate Senator Burr about the importance of Social Security to current and future North Carolina retirees. We organize our neighborhoods, make phone calls, and organize online. We want them to understand how important Social Security is to present and future retirees. To contrast, Deborah Ross is for expanding Social Security, for protecting Social Security, for implementing the proper consumer price index. And that's why the difference is absolutely clear. And as I said, I want to thank our affiliated organizations for coming out, and I want to ask a representative from one of our affiliates, that's AFGE, Federation of Government Employees. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Mr. Walker, Brother Walker.
Thank you. I'm Lou Walker. I'm with the American Federation of Government Employees. And for 27 years, I worked for the Social Security Administration. I have seen thousands and thousands of people have their lives literally saved because they filed for Social Security and got it. You can't take that away from people without killing people, literally. If we don't fight to defend, protect, and expand Social Security, people suffer. People literally die. So, although there are 165 million people engaged in Social Security right now, and nearly 60 million receiving Social Security right now, it's important that we remember that Congress responds to whoever talks to them. We need to tell them, Senator Burr, or if you become Senator Ross, you need to protect and defend Social Security. Make sure that it pays enough for people to live and not just survive. And if we do that, if we speak loudly to all of the members of Congress, they will listen. They will never, ever reject 165 billion bucks. It's not going to happen. So this is where we need to come from. This is important. This is vital. This is lives on the line. And if we speak up, people will live. People will be saved. People will survive. Thank you. And now, Dan Fox from the State Employees Association of North Carolina will have a little bit to say.
Good afternoon. I'm assuming it is afternoon now. But thank you for letting me speak. And I'm speaking from a point to, I know that there's usually money issues in America. But I have a problem with putting money into Social Security and then telling that I can't receive it back. Now, I understand that a lot of rich people believe in trickle down, but I don't. If I put my money there, I should be able to get it back. And unfortunately, we're not able to control where money in Social Security go unless we vote. Now, and that's something we need to do. Now, rich people, like Senator Burr, they can make sure that people don't touch their money. So we need to stand together and make sure people don't touch our money.
Right.
When they tell you that Social Security is in such bad shape, Social Security don't have the money, Social Security is going to be in bankrupt, ask them to go back and put the money that they use for wars, for other countries, back in and see where we are then. You know, until then, they need to pay us. I'm sorry. That's it. People work on jobs. People, they talk about they want to raise the age limit. They want to raise the seniors' payments 9%. None of those people that's talking about raising age limits walk on cement floors 8 and 12 hours a day. None of those people stand on the side of the road in the sun and lay concrete or whatever they do, DOT, they do all kinds of road work. They're not out in the snow. They're not out trying to get people out of the water. These are the people that are not able to work till they're 70 years old. Please. So what I say, people, you need to go and vote. If you depend on Social Security, and I know I will, you need to make sure that Senator Burr and anybody else know that, you can't raise our Social Security. Not that we don't want you to, you can't raise our Social Security because we work for that. So people, Get engaged. If you're not going to get engaged, then you get what you get. There you go. Thank you.
Any other speakers? Well, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. It's a tremendous turnout, and appreciate it very much. And what I wanted to say is, for us, it's forward together, not one step back.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Forward together. Not one step back.
All right. God bless.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.